Okay, so just for some context, I am looking to list my property, and we're in a face-to-face meeting, and we're at a listing appointment.
Okay.
So what you've said sounds great. I mean, it sounds like you guys are a big team, but if you are so big in San Diego, I mean, I've never heard of you. How come I've never heard of you before?
You've never heard of EXP, or you've never heard of the Whissel Realty Group?
Of Whissel Realty Group.
Okay, well, we have been around. We are a family-owned business. We've been in business for about 40 years. Kyle, he's quite the real estate guru throughout the country, which is part of the reason why I joined the team. I did a lot of research myself when I decided to move to his team, and I learned a lot watching him over the years. So I decided that was a place where I wanted to end up. So,
got it.
Yeah.
What about his team did you like?
Like I said, I watched lots of podcasts from him over the years. I saw him at a couple conferences. I actually knew a couple agents that I saw move to his team, and I watched them crush it. So as I followed them over the years, I decided, wow, what are these guys doing that I'm not doing? So when it came an opportunity for me to switch teams, I went and I interviewed with them. And I really wanted some structure. I really wanted the programs. The programs that they have to offer was really what lured me in. It's a really difficult market right now, and I was getting killed with some of my buyers. So part of the reason why I came to them was some of their cash offer programs they have, trade-in programs for people that are making contingent offers. So there was just a lot of exclusive programs that were available to the Whissel team that really aren't available anywhere else. So that was a huge part in why I moved there.
Got it. And how do you think it benefits me as the seller?
Well, I think as the seller, it definitely benefits you because we have a lot of connections throughout San Diego. So when you're listing your home, well, first of all, the bright orange sign is something that really catches a lot of attention. The QR codes that they're now integrating into our signs, there's just a lot of just new technology. Anything that's new that's becoming available, they're incorporating it with our listings as well. So for you as the seller, our connections that we've made around San Diego, the amount of marketing that they do for your listing really, really is going to benefit you.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so we're in a listing appointment. I'm the seller. As context, we're in person.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what you've said, Kevin, sounds great, but it sounds like you guys are a big team. But if you're so big, I mean, how come I've never heard of you?
Well, I'm here today in front of you. How did we get set up today?
Well, I mean, I saw, something on Google. I just didn't realize that you guys were, such a prominent team in San Diego. I guess I was just surprised since I never heard of you.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're sitting down here today in this room is because you went on Google?
Yeah.
So you just Googled, what did you Google?
Best Realtor San Diego.
Well, and we just popped up?
Yeah.
And so you just simply typed that in, and that's why we're sitting down here today?
Yes.
So would you agree that shows the power of our marketing?
Yeah, I could see that.
So can you see how that will translate into getting you the most amount of money and top dollar for your house?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, I mean, if you don't have any more questions.
So how does that benefit me as the seller then, if you guys are such a big team?
Well, we're going to get the most amount of eyeballs on your home, which translates into top dollar, and we make it easy for the buyers to find your home. So with the same way I'm sitting down here today, do you see how a buyer, or the most amount of buyers, will be able to easily see your home?
I could see that.
All right, well, that's just shows you our marketing, the power of our marketing. So, I mean, all we need is your autograph, and we can get our marketing team over here to get the party started.
Got it. Sounds good.
All right. Sign right here.
I like this.
All right, so we'll give that one to Kevin. Reason being is he asks questions, which is the most important thing. I think a lot of times when people ask us questions, we want to give an answer. And the number one sales strategy I learned really early in my career was something called answer and ask or acknowledge and ask. So anytime somebody asks a question, you can answer the question, that's fine, but then you have to ask a question. Because whoever asks the most questions controls the conversation. And Kevin did a really good job with it. I will say, Kevin, you were just setting it up so perfect, and then I feel like you missed. You could have done better. You literally teed her up, so you just went on Google and typed best realtor and found us? Well, if we can make ourselves be found, guess what we can do with your property? We're going to do the same thing for your property and make sure that your property gets found. And then talk about highest and best price. So I think you did good, but you literally were boom, boom, you got it right there. And then skipped it and went around where you had her teed up to say that. So I think you still did better because you asked questions, but there was an opportunity right there. You had yourself set up so perfectly where you could have said, well, what I did to get myself in front of you is what I'm going to do to get your property in front of buyers, which would have been really money.